what do you do about laying people off in the winter? Is laying people off something you do, or is it, do you have additional side work for them? I know Augusta might do some snow plowing work. We don't do that, but even still, with some snow plowing work, it seems like it's not as consistent as I'd like it to be.
Yeah, like the vast majority of our when we talk about Augusta, actually does not do snow plowing, including all of my locations. We had this morning on our daily mastermind with Augusta. We had actually talked about this, and that is like, in my opinion, during the winter, it really is going to be the determining factor of how hungry you are. Because during the spring rush, we're all drowning in leads. During the rest of the summer, typically we're just burnt out. We don't have the time or energy to go out and pursue leads, pursue new cold customers. And so during the wintertime, if someone's hungry and they're willing to pound the pavement, knock on doors, really operate on a lower margin because more of their money has to be spent on marketing, whether that be knocking on doors, doing every door direct mail, doing ads online, doesn't matter. If they're hungry enough, they can keep their guys busy. Now, when I first started Augusta, my first 5 years, I lost all of my profit, mostly due to the fact that I would burn the time during the winter just to keep my guys busy. And what I mean by burn their time is we would just make up stuff for them to do. Literally, we would make cookies and give it to property managers and have them hand delivered. We would literally go pressure wash the driveway of our customers for free because I was simply trying to keep the guys busy. And so what I highly recommend most people in this industry do is either A, do things at a much lower margin and go ham on marketing. And when I say like go ham, I mean that you're probably spending 10 to 20% of your revenue on marketing, and that's all of your profit basically. And that's going to keep your guys busy. What's really cool though, it does keep in new leads coming in. You're adding to your contact database, and you're keeping momentum. Like everyone's staying busy. Now, not for some people, they want to take the winter off, they want to slow down. That's totally fine. But if you're actually just trying to maximize the business revenues and profits, that's one way to go. Another way to do it, and this is what we started doing that immediately switches to profitability. And that is, I realized that most people don't want to work outside in the winter. And so what I told my guys, like, look, if you need full-time work, you can leave and in December, January, and February, go get a job someplace else, 40 hours a week. And then I can guarantee you can come back here on this day in February and have full-time work. But if you need full-time, you're probably not going to get it here. It might be 25, 30 hours a week. But if you want full-time and you want to come back to us in spring, we will be ready for you. You will have a guaranteed position. I'd be even happy to continue paying their healthcare benefits throughout those few months. And what happened is massive unlock. All of a sudden, I kept thinking I need to keep the guys busy, when in reality, half of them wanted to go work indoors during the winter and not deal with outdoor weather. And so what happened is, just due to natural attrition, and then the people that wanted to not work outdoors during the winter, the half of the crew that did stay, we had enough work for them and they stayed busy and efficient full time throughout the entire winter. And so that took me from being able to go from, having to put $100,000 plus in cash set aside for winter versus being at least break even and get through the winter without having to have all this cash reserves being burnt up.
What types of low margin stuff did you end up doing?
Yeah. So
was it like heating?
Yeah, so I'm really focusing on upselling my existing database, right? And so this is when
upselling.
Okay. Well, exactly. It's like if I was you, I would take a list off the 20 services that you can do for your customers without adding services. What services can you do during the winter? Can you clean up leaves? Can you trim bushes? Can you clean out gutters? What can you do? Can you define edges? Can you tear out grass? Can you install gravel? What are these things that you can do during the winter? And then those are the tasks that you literally start to pitch your customers every 2 weeks on throughout the entire winter season. Because let's just say you had eight services. You're like, okay, I can do leaf cleanup. And I'm going to do that 2 or 3 times because people get lazy and they wait until January. Great. So I'm going to do that 2 or 3 times. And then I'm going to do bush trimming twice. Okay. Once all the leaves are off, I'm going to pitch, hey, this is the perfect time to do it. And I'm going to do it kind of late winter because it's before the buds come up. So I can do 2 of those. Okay, now I have 5 marketing opportunities. Then I'm going to look at, okay, do I want to do any of these other services? Like, do I want to put Christmas lights? Do I want to clean out gutters? All these other things. And all of a sudden you have 8, 9, 10 different times opportunities to reach out to your existing database and upsell them into services that can absolutely be done during the winter. And this is what it comes down to, being a keep your database warm. And that is sending them these monthly emails, sending these monthly one-click estimate emails every single month. And so when the winter comes, they just expect that every few weeks, they're going to get an email from you saying, hey, click here for this button. If you click here, I'm going to give you an estimate within 24 hours. And so if you're using Copilot, inside Copilot University, there's a video they made a couple weeks ago explaining exactly how to do a one-click estimate email. But the vast majority of our work for our winter time comes from our existing database. And as you grow your business, the number of contacts in your business becomes the value of the company. Because if I have 10,000 emails and I know I can send an email to all 10,000 of them, there's a very good chance I'm getting 50 to 100 estimates, which if you extrapolate that against $20 or $30 cost per lead, that value in that one opportunity is $1,000+ that I just saved by sending out that email. So keeping track of all your customers in a database like Copilot or any other CRM, and then keeping them warm by doing that is extremely important.